What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. On this video and the next few videos, we're not going to be working any of my cars, although I do have some updates for those. Those will be separate videos coming out a little later. We got a little, yes, it's another MR2. It's not mine though. We're going to be doing some sort of a restore work to it, and then it's going to go back to its owner. There's quite a bit of things we're going to do, and it's going to be fun. It's going to take a while. There's going to be a lot of time lapses. I'll stop and talk here and there to explain what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. But other than that, yeah, so we're going to be bringing this sucker back to life. Nothing wrong with it, but you guys will understand once we go over what's going on and what we're doing. So I hope you enjoy this. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. And subscribe. And I hope you enjoy this video. Alright, so here's the car I'm talking about. This is a 91 Toyota MR2 Turbo, obviously. Crimson red. It already has a 95 style lip on it. Has some wheels, is dropped on, we're not really actually sure what is dropped on. We'll figure that out once we get it up in the air. Has some stickers that will be going. Already has the 95 style tails, and we'll be installing those reverse lights. It is a turbo, Gen 2 turbo. Mostly stock, besides, like, you can see the blow-off valve over there. It has some sort of aftermarket air intake. And I believe this is a ported throttle body or something. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, so that's going to be part of the work. We're doing there as well. It's a beautiful car. I already moved some plastics on the interior, so ignore that. But look at this, guys. Look how clean this thing is. All original car. I mean, besides the little small mods, but yeah, this thing is in amazing shape. One owner car, 153,000 miles. Hard to see, sorry, but there you go. Yeah, 153,000 miles. Has a turbo timer. I mean, it's pretty clean. It's pretty dang clean. No rips in the seats or anything. We're not sure if the red is original from the dealer. I'm assuming it's not. Assuming that was done afterwards. But yeah, gentlemen, this car was purchased from, bought it off the showroom floor. That's crazy. Yeah, I have this. That's what that is over there. Anyways, so yeah, this is the car, and it's gonna be getting quite a bit of work done. Okay, so here's the list. So it's going to be getting some mechanical, interior, and exterior work. Mechanical is mainly like tune-up. Interior is like we're going to replace all the speakers, upgrade them all. We actually bought a bunch. We'll go over to the parts a little after this. We're doing the Celica steering wheel mod, replace any bulbs, you know, stuff like that. Just pretty much all that, and then detail that. And then the interior, the exterior, we're going to roll the front fenders because they are rubbing a little bit. We're going to paint the rockers because they're getting like, they're kind of like faded, as you guys can see, like that. So we're going to repaint those. Let's see. There's some surface rust. I mean, it's not even rust. It's like paint fade in the front, which is the front trunk. We're going to take care of that. The suspension does have stiffness adjustment, which right now it rides a little too stiff. So we're going to possibly mess with that. Fix and paint, you know, any faded trim pieces. We're going to replace the headlights. We're going to install fog lights, install those 95 reverse lights like I was saying. Some front under like the bumper plastics, we're going to install some of those. We're going to do a paint correction and seal all over the entire car, and then detail it all at the end. So it's pretty much stuff like that. It's all fun stuff, it's all easy stuff, and it's going to be pretty nice when it's all done. This faded paint is going to look pretty darn good. So here's some of the parts. So this is mainly the mechanical stuff. Yes, that's mine. I'll talk about that in another video. So mechanical stuff here, as you can see, oil, transmission stuff, and then the brake fluid flush, we'll do that. Probably get that done at my work. Valve cover gasket, spark plugs, wires, distributor cap, we're going to be painting stuff. Interior, like I said, we're doing the Celica steering wheel swap with the cruise control. And then we are upgrading all the speakers with Rockford Fosgates in the doors and in the rear quarter sections, and then the tweeters as well. We're going with kickers, and then those are the kind of headlights we're putting in. I know a lot of people don't like LED stuff, but these ones I actually did some research on, and they actually have a decent cutoff line, so it won't be blinding people. That's the 95 reverse lights, fog lights with the wiring kit, and rocker, like this paint right here, and trim and bumper paint. So pretty much all that, and then we'll add stuff here and there, obviously, and just to make this car gonna be pretty darn perfect. He does have front mud flaps. The backs are missing, so we're gonna have to find a set, throw those on, because we do want them on there. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, maybe, I don't know if the video will pick it up, but yeah, I think so. So this trim is actually, originally, it's not black. A lot of people think it should be black, but on the turbos back then, as far as I'm aware, originally the trim was a darker version of whatever the paint was. So if this is red, darker red, as you guys can, I don't know if you can tell, but MR2 people know this. So if your car was silver, it'd be a darker silver, and so on and so forth. So it's pretty cool, actually, to know that that's all original. And yeah, man, this car is beautiful. It's gonna look so much better. Oh, I can't wait. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little tour of it and what we're gonna do to it. And today we're gonna start on that. And let me pop the hood. Do all the work in here, obviously. I highly recommend removing these side panels. I always do, because it makes things so much easier. Plus we gotta wash and detail this everything. And we're gonna be removing the strut bar, the whole intake system, all this piping here, that's all getting cleaned, repainted. Clean up all these hoses. I mean, we're gonna detail the engine bay, you know, because it's grimy and pretty gross, you can tell. Never really been washed. I know a lot of people are afraid to wash these engine bays, but there's nothing to be afraid of. Just be smart, cover what needs to be covered, and don't put too much crazy pressure on all the plugs. And so we'll paint the valve cover, all these pipes, you know, we'll refresh all the rubber, and maybe clean it up a little bit, like get rid of some of this surface rust over here in that area. So yeah, we're gonna pretty much tune up and paint and clean, just make it look like it should look like, you know, being a somewhat original 91 MR2. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So first thing I'm gonna do, and I'll put you guys on time lapse, there's gonna be a lot of that in these next few videos, so sit back and enjoy. I'm gonna start removing stuff. Let's do it. Okay, so you guys saw I dismantled a lot of stuff. So my main goal was to remove obviously everything that's big, and then to get stuff like this moved from the wall so we can clean in there. I mean, look at this in there. Here's a nice little, well, it's not nice, but here's a little surprise I found. So before I wash anything, obviously I have to repair all these wires. Doesn't look like it was eaten by an animal or anything. It looks like it was just because it was kind of tucked farther in there and rubbing on the bottom lip of that panel that goes here. So yeah, gonna have to fix all that. Definitely don't want any shorts. So then I removed this. I moved this out of the way. I don't want to unplug all those coolant hoses and stuff. I don't want to mess with that. But look at all that stuff back there. Let me see if I can. Look at this. Like, this is just junk. I'm kind of afraid to put my hand in there, but oh well. But yeah, so I'm gonna clean all that out. First, I'm gonna blow it all out with the air compressor just to get all the loose stuff off. And yeah, again, move stuff from the wall, you know, just so I can get back there and clean really well. And then, you know, we'll do the best we can. It's not going to be a show engine or anything like that. And then, but you know, like I said, we're going to do the best that we can. And as you guys saw, I put a lot of the bolts back where I got it from. Just a good tip. Like, I know where these go, so I'm not going to worry about those. But just a good tip. And you put them back that way when you install stuff, you know what goes where. I know it looks like a mess right now, but man, it's going to look good. So the next thing we got to do, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to repair all those wires. I'm going to do that off camera because that's just tedious, and I'm just going to do that off camera. After that, I'll turn the camera back on, time lapse, you know, we'll blow it out with the air compressor, get everything off, like all the loose dirt and crap that's in there and wherever else. And then we'll take it, I'll cover whatever I don't want to get wet and where I don't want water to go. And then we'll push it outside, just right outside of this door. Degrease it, wash it, scrub it, clean it, then hose it down, you know, wash everything. And then I'll either let it dry outside because we're in the mid-90s weather right now, so you know it'll take some of that. I'll also use my air compressor after I wash it to blow everything out again. You know, like even like, let's say, blow into all these little plugs and stuff. It's another good idea, good thing to do. Then after that, after everything is washed and cleaned in here as good as it can be, then we'll take all this stuff, you know, we'll paint and whatever. So this is actually a HKS. It's definitely seen better days. So I'm gonna see if this is washable and cleanable in any way. If not, I'll let the owner know, and he'll either buy a replacement or we'll just put something else there. Because yeah, that sucks. That thing's seen better days. I don't know if these can be taken apart and replaced, or if you just gotta, or the piece inside replaced, or if you just gotta get a new one. So we'll figure that out later. And then this is the throttle body spacer thing I was talking about. I'm not sure if this is, I don't remember if this is OEM or aftermarket. It might be OEM, but anyways. So then after everything's cleaned in there, then we'll start working on disassembling all the hoses and pipes off, clean all the aluminum, paint stuff, and like we'll paint the strut bar as well. And yeah, I just can't wait to start washing in here because it is disgusting. I mean, there's junk everywhere. It's just dirty. It's just really dirty, and I'm not a fan of dirty. So we're gonna clean it all out. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that, and then we'll go to the next step. See you guys in a little bit. Okay, so as you saw, I vacuumed and blew out with the air compressor. So you can see it's much cleaner in these spots back here. There are probably still some stuff, but mainly you know, got most of it all loose and cleaned up. So now I'm gonna tape off, like, you know, the holes on the turbo, intercooler, pretty much anything that can't be wet. Distributor doesn't really matter because we're replacing that. The plugs and stuff, you know, I'll blow them out later. I'll blow them out later as well, and so that doesn't really matter. I'll block that off so water doesn't get into the intake manifold, and fuse box, you know, just anything and everything that shouldn't be wet. We'll block that off. Let's get to it.
Rujay.co.uk.
All right, so got everything covered that I'm worried about, both of the turbo inlet and outlet, and I just went ahead and wrapped this in the bag, put a zip tie. Same thing with the intercooler. You just don't want water to be in there. The fuse box, I wrapped it in this stuff. I put, like, on all the plugs, vacuum hose, I just put some screws and bolts and, you know, whatever else I had. Same with the coolant thing here, although it wouldn't matter if water goes in here, but anyways, you know. And like I said before, all the plugs and everything will get blown out with the air compressor before we put anything back. I shove that in there. It helps. I mean, it's pretty much ready to be washed. That is not going to be on this video, unfortunately, because it's already getting kind of long. So yeah, man, that's it for this one. Tune in next time, and we'll get this thing washed, get stuff painted, put it all together. In the next video, that's what's going to happen. All right, so thank you for watching. I know maybe I didn't get it really interesting, but I hope you guys learned some stuff, saw me do some stuff. If you like what you see, give me a like, give me a thumbs up. It's simple, just click. But anyways, yes, I sweat a lot. It's crazy. It's kind of hot in here. It's been in the 90s this week so far. It's supposed to be mid to high 90s again, and in the garage it gets even hotter. This is actually evening. It's about 7:38 now, so it's a little bit cooler. And you know, got my #1 fan back there. Know what I'm saying? He's the only one that cares. But anyways, so yeah, it gets hot in here, so I try to cool it off or work in the evening when it's a little cooler. But tomorrow we will wash this thing, wash the engine, that is, detail it. Tomorrow or the next day, whenever I get some time. But I do have a time limit on when I gotta get this done. So pretty much the next video, we're gonna wash it, detail it, and I'll show you guys everything like that. And then also in the same video, we will take stuff off, paint stuff, and put the engine back together, or maybe that'll be another video while we start other stuff. I'm not sure. It all just depends. I don't want these videos to be too long and boring for you guys. But yeah, if you like what you see, man, I'm gonna stop talking. So if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that little bell. Otherwise, you won't know when I put out a new video. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you on the next one.